Today, we're diving deep into the world of country music to uncover how one artist changed the game forever, Dwight Yoakam. Whether you're a longtime fan or just curious about how country music evolved, this is a story you won't want to miss. In this video, we'll explore how Yoakam brought country music back to its roots, with his unique style and career influencing an entire generation of musicians and fans. So let's get started. To understand Dwight Yoakam's impact, we first need to take a look at where country music was in the early 1980s. It was a time of identity crisis for the genre. Country music was struggling to find its place in the mainstream music scene and was becoming increasingly influenced by pop. For many traditional country fans, this was a concerning shift. The sound that they loved, raw, heartfelt, and deeply authentic, was being replaced by polished, commercialized versions of the genre. Artists like Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers were blending country with pop to create massive crossover hits, but not everyone was on board with this new sound. Some fans felt like country music was losing its soul. At the same time, the urban cowboy movement, led by artists like Mickey Gilley and Johnny Lee, was all over the radio. The slick production and commercial appeal of this new wave of country only deepened the divide between the genre's past and its future. Country music, once known for its authenticity and connection to working-class life, was in danger of losing touch with its roots. But amid this turmoil, fans were hungry for something different, something that would remind them why they fell in love with country music in the first place. Enter Dwight Yoakam, with his cowboy hat pulled low and a voice that could cut through the noise. Yoakam emerged at just the right moment. His music was the perfect antidote to the overly commercialized sound that dominated the 1980s. Yoakam didn't just dabble in traditional country music. He embraced it wholeheartedly, while also bringing a rebellious, rock-infused edge that set him apart. Yoakam's style wasn't just a throwback to the honky-tonk sounds of artists like Hank Williams or Buck Owens. He fused those roots with rock influences to create something new and exciting. His songs were raw, gritty, and told the stories of everyday life, love, heartbreak, and the struggles of the working class. His voice had a unique twang, full of emotion and sincerity, that immediately connected with listeners who were tired of the overly polished sound dominating the airwaves. For many fans, Yoakam was a breath of fresh air. He brought back the authenticity that had been missing, and in doing so, he challenged the status quo. Country music didn't have to be slick and radio-friendly to find success. It could be real, rebellious, and raw. In 1986, Dwight Yoakam released his breakout album, Guitars, Cadillacs, etc., etc. This album was a turning point not only for Yoakam's career, but for country music as a whole. The title track, Guitars, Cadillacs, perfectly captured Yoakam's blend of honky-tonk and rock, and the album's success proved that there was still a market for roots-based country music. The album wasn't just a commercial hit, it was a statement. It showed that country music could thrive without giving in to the pressures of mainstream pop. The songs on Guitars, Cadillacs, etc., etc., were full of heart, depth, and emotion. They told real stories that resonated with fans on a deep level. Tracks like Honky Tonk Man and Miner's Prayer tapped into the rich tradition of country storytelling, while Yoakam's unique delivery made them feel fresh and modern. This album's success sent a clear message. There was still an audience for authentic, roots-driven country music, and Dwight Yoakam was leading the charge. Yoakam's innovative approach to country music didn't just make waves in the 80s, it had a lasting influence on the artists who followed. His willingness to blend honky-tonk with rock set the stage for future country stars to experiment with their sound while staying true to the genre's roots. Artists like Garth Brooks and Travis Tritt, who emerged as part of the class of '89, often cite Yoakam as a major influence. His success proved that you didn't have to choose between commercial appeal and artistic integrity. You could have both. Yoakam's music bridged the gap between traditional country and the evolving sounds of modern music, opening the door for a new generation of artists to explore the boundaries of the genre. Even today, you can hear Dwight Yoakam's influence in country music. Artists continue to draw inspiration from his raw, authentic sound and his fearless approach to blending genres. His contributions to the genre, laid the foundation for country music's ongoing evolution, ensuring that its roots would remain intact even as the genre grew and changed. And there you have it, the story of how Dwight Yoakam changed country music forever. By staying true to the genre's roots while pushing its boundaries, Yoakam paved the way for future generations of country artists to find their own voice. His impact is still felt today, and his legacy will continue to shape country music for years to come. What do you think about Dwight Yoakam's influence on country music? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about other country legends, be sure to check out our video on the life and career of Willie Nelson. The link is in the description box below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.